We'll talk a little bit more about this select team that's facing the national team, the Olympic team, and Cooper Flagg is 17 years of age. He has been invited to play against the Olympic team. So he's 17. He's going to Duke. He's out of Maine, but he's been playing down at IMG Academy in Florida for the last couple of years. He is going to be the #1 player drafted next year. They're already talking about the Wizards select Cooper Flagg. And if you watch the highlights, he is a very advanced 17-year-old. We interviewed him a couple of months ago. He's very confident and doesn't seem like he's fazed by any of this. Hey, there's LeBron, and hey, I'm going to shoot a 3 over Anthony Davis. This is where the NBA misses out. Because they imagine Cooper Flagg going into the NBA. He would have been the #1 pick this year. Imagine him going into the NBA now. Now, he's going to go to Duke, so he'll be on national TV. But he's going to be the player face. You have Danny Hurley as the coaching face, and you're going to have Cooper Flagg as the player face of college basketball this upcoming season. And by all accounts, he is worthy of this, legitimate, going against these guys. And he had a day yesterday. But part of the reason why there's a little bit more magic to it is, now we can factor in that he is 6'11" white guy out of Maine who's playing in Florida who's going to Duke. So those are novelties. Not the white guy going to Duke, but he's 6'11" white guy and he's the #1 high school player in America. And he's playing against LeBron and AD and all these other great players. Maybe the greatest Olympic team we've ever had, and he's out there playing and more than holding his own. And he's going to go to Duke. But imagine if he could go to the NBA now. And then draft night would have been a whole lot more interesting than let's wait until the second night to see where Bronny goes. But Cooper Flagg would have been the #1 player selected in this year's draft. Yes, Marvin.
But this helps because there's a Wembanyama feel to next year's NBA draft. Because now who's going to get Cooper Flagg because he's going to be the #1 pick? And this helps college basketball because you have a guy that's coming in right away and there's automatic star power. And there's somebody you got to watch in November.
Yeah, there's a Zion feel to him. But the fact that you couldn't watch this game yesterday, this scrimmage, that it was a social media phenomenon. So Marv goes, hey, your boy's tearing it up. And I go, who? He goes, Flagg. And I go, oh. I said, where can I watch it? He said, I'm streaming. What were you streaming the fourth quarter?
It was on YouTube and it was on somebody's IG Live.
Okay.
You got to be real pathetic, and that's what I was yesterday.
Is that a violation, though?
Probably, yeah.
Did you? Okay. All right. So Marv's watching, and he said, he's killing it here. And then all of a sudden, I saw the highlights, and he had himself a day. Now, I don't know how he was the entire game. I just know that he had 4 moments where you go, all right, damn. All right, shooting a 3. All right, a dunk there. Okay. Going coast to coast. And that's how these things happen. It's like Paul Skeens with the Pirates. Like, you can't script that. You can't go, that guy's going to be a star. He had the elements there. LSU, national championship, going to Omaha, mustache, throwing 100, dating, a beautiful, gymnast there at LSU. Like, he had it, everything's there, going to the Pirates, #1 pick. You don't stay in the minors very long. So Cooper Flagg is going to basketball's minors here for a year, and then he'll be in the NBA the following year. So you have these moments where, these things are created. You can try to hype somebody, try to create. It's like when LeBron was 16 playing in Chicago, and he was tearing up NBA veterans. And all of a sudden, word gets out, the kid from Akron is tearing everybody up. So now, all of a sudden, the hype builds. Now, Cooper Flagg is not asking for this, but he can be the benefactor, but he can also be the recipient of a lot of people saying, wait, this guy's supposed to be good? Because he's going to have those moments where you go, another overhyped guy from Duke. Another guy who is really good in college and not going to be really good in the pros. It's probably going to happen this year. But he is, by all accounts, legit. And, we have some people who were there watching the scrimmage yesterday, so we'll talk to them a little bit later on.